and gentlemen, this is your one and only nurse, Nurse Damages, introducing Dr. and Jackery Damages.
Welcome to the show. My name is Dr. Damages. We are coming to you from the greatest city in the world,
New York.
New York City is so great that even though Washington, D.C. is closed down, we are open for business. Yes. Our pimp and our hookers are doing good business. Yes. I'm sure many of you thought that there won't be any show this week because of that government shutdown in Washington, D.C. Well, what is happening in Washington, D.C. is not what you think. It's totally different.
The United Nations Security Council has just agreed on a resolution that will send 1,000 international troops to the United States. The troops will help quell the civil war between the two major ethnic groups in America, the Republicans and the Democrats. Beside the peacekeepers, Russia proposed a no-fly zone around the Washington, D.C. area, but the leader of the Republican tribe is threatening to shoot down any plane in sight. Meanwhile, the governments of Kenya, Nigeria, and 3 other African countries have issued a travel advisory urging their citizens to stay away from America. Across the globe, people are asking, what are the 2 American tribes fighting for? CNN reporters say that this time it's about whether poor people should have their own doctors that they can see when they're sick, or whether they should just take Tylenol until they are so ill that the ambulance will need to take them to the hospital emergency room. Meanwhile, President Obama of the United States is stuck inside the White House roof, unable to communicate with his generals. Yesterday, his wife Michelle and 2 children escaped from the White House through a backdoor tunnel. They jumped into a Greyhound bus for a trip to Chicago, the president's hometown. Observers are worried that Michelle and the kids are heading to Southside Chicago, where 2 militant groups are engulfed in a door-to-door street fight. This is not the first time America has been engulfed in a civil war. A century ago, the country was almost destroyed over who owns the Negro tribe that built their country. That has been the breaking news. We will keep you updated on more stories as they develop.
If you watch CNN on any American news network, they all talk about all the bad things that are happening as a result of government shutdown. But there are a lot of good things happening. Just that nobody is mentioning them. Now, here are the top 10 good things about government shutdown. Number 10, Chinese restaurants all over America are now serving rat meats openly. Yes. The meat inspectors are off work, so they serve you rat meat, goat meat, dog meat. Number 9, for those who do not yet have their own assault weapons, this is the time to buy one. Go and buy your AK-47. All background checks are suspended. Number 8, all those waiting deportation are now free to choose the country they want to return to. Yeah. The judges are all on vacation. Number 7, NASA is grounded. Yeah, astronauts in space now have enough time to work on making that elusive space baby. There's a couple there, they are trying to make a space baby. They have time now. Number 6, research into George Clooney's non-communicable disease at the Center for Disease Control has been halted. Yeah, George Clooney will now go and see TB Joshua for deliverance. Number 5, the KKK, their planned rally at the National Park has been cancelled. Yeah, the park is closed. So now they can go ahead and start burning crosses on your backyard. Oh, yeah. Number 4, the memorial service for Dick Cheney has been postponed. Yeah. Workers at the tomb of the unknown vice presidents have all been sent home due to the shutdown. Number 3, Kim Kardashian cannot renew her American passport. What? Yeah. What that means is that Namibia has now saved $750,000 for a half-day appearance she planned to make this week. Number 2, the 2 panda at the National Zoo are now operating their own web camera. So tune in for a real unedited show. And the number one thing that is good about the shutdown of government in America is that massage parlors all across America are now providing happy endings. And the service is additional cost, but don't sit there and ask me how do I know. Just go and get your own. Go. Talking about holy things, our favorite Pope Francis, is meeting with the cardinals at the Vatican this week. You know his goal? To find a way to reform the Vatican so that priests can have more powers wherever they are.
Wow.
And you thought that your young boys were not safe before. Now your wife is not safe anymore. Now, these priests who sell holy water now are expected to expand their businesses to include selling holy air. The only question is whether the congregation will want it hot or cold. Some give hot air. It's no longer going to be free. Now, the Michael Jackson's family lost the case against AEG, the promoters of his last show. Yeah. The family had wanted AEG to pay them $1.2 billion in wrongful death compensation. Yeah, $1.2 billion. But a jury in California said no, they disagreed. They said that the person responsible for Michael Jackson's death was the man who called the show. This is it. I know what many of you are waiting for. You want to know what I think about President Jonathan's media chat. Yes. Let me say that if you did not watch it, you missed a lot. You missed the essence, the quintessential essence of President Jonathan. The media chat happened the morning after Boko Haram killed over 60 students at a college dorm. Nigerians were sad about the deaths, and there was this feeling that it was not a day to crack jokes. And then they let Jonathan out. Who let the dogs out? While you were sleeping, President Jonathan now refers to himself in third person. It's not easy. Based on what I know about that manner of speaking, you have to have balls to do something like that. Watch.
You don't need to wait until Mr. Jonathan says, I'm not contesting the election.
Yeah, you don't need to wait until Mr. Jonathan says, I am not contesting an election. I mean, this is another one. Watch.
All right. I didn't say, Jonathan is not going to contest the election, not going to contest.
I didn't say Jonathan will not contest. Hear him again.
So why should Jonathan's own be an issue?
Why should Jonathan's own be an issue? People who speak like that, who talk about themselves in third person, are unique individuals. Very unique. But in the case of Jonathan, he is unique in many more ways. Here is President Jonathan wondering who Boko Haram fighters are and why they kill people the way they do.
Is it because you don't like the face of the president?
Yes. Is it because they didn't like the face of the president? That is a very good question, though. If you don't like the face of the president, tough luck. He is here to stay. At least that is what Dr. Bo Asari told us. On those who say it is poverty that causes Boko Haram people to do what they are doing, the president has an important question for you. Watch.
Is it poverty that some people try to attribute the excesses of some of these miscreants as a result of poverty? Is it poverty? Can poor people buy AK-47 rifle?
Yeah. Wow. Can poor people buy AK-47? Why are you looking at me like that? Answer the man. Can poor people buy AK-47? Can poor presidents spend 1 billion naira feeding themselves and their friends? The former university professor spoke about the importance of education. I expected that. Listen to him.
Without education, you will not see Jonathan here. There's no reason I would have been here.
Without education, you will not see Jonathan here. Isn't that true? Without education, you will probably see him with the militants. Looking at him now, in his majesty, you cannot help but say, I've seen Jonathan, and I have seen what happened to education in Nigeria. You doubt me? Okay, interpret this one.
Violence. Sometimes you don't know whether the people are really safe to do what they are doing.
For unbelievers like you, and you, the president listed the achievements of PDP since 1999.
Really?
He talked about how they raised the standard of living by bringing cell phone to Nigerians. Watch.
Just look at the way we communicate. Before the PDP administration, to own a telephone line, even directors and ministers had no phone. Directors. I was assistant director, I had no phone. Directors had no phone. But with the PDP administration, during the Obasanjo's time, we came into the GSM. Now my mother has a phone.
Yes. Now my mother has a phone. Yes, the president's mother has a phone. The same thing that the mother of the Maasai warrior in the mountain of Kenya and the grandma in the war-torn zone in Somalia, they all have phones. And I bet you the Somali grandmother is also grateful to the PDP for giving her a phone in the midst of war. Exactly. Big achievement. For those of you who support these stupid ASU people, the president has this for you.
Even if we solve this problem, even if we give ASU 100% of what they are asking for, as long as we still manage the universities the way we are managing as a developing country, further strikes will come up in one way or the other.
Even if we give ASU all they want, further strike will continue.
No.
I think so too. I think even if we give the president all the powers he wants, corruption will continue. Insecurity will continue. In fact, patients will continue to embarrass us. So why bother? After all, he said it. I am not God. He is not God. The one that really got me was when he defended the charge that Nigeria is broke by explaining that if our economy was not doing well, the Americans would not have let him ring the closing bell at the New York stock market. I'm not making it up. Listen to him.
In fact, I just was given the privilege to ring the New York Stock Exchange, the traditional bell ringing to close the market for that day.
Yeah. Now, if you understand what he was saying there, please help me. Because I'm not that smart. Help me to understand.
That's actually very funny.
Anyway, the president reported back that even Obama said the same thing to him, that it was very significant for him to ring the bell. Listen to the president.
Because we had a meeting with President Obama before we left for that place, and Obama even mentioned the president of the US, for them to give you the privilege to do that. That shows that the Nigerian business environment is very viable. That is an indication.
I know. Nobody told Jonathan that Kenyan boy with big ears was just pulling his legs. These are the kind of token that Americans throw to foreign leaders to make them feel important. I think in diplomatic language, it's called the doctrine of deceit. You doubt me? Here is a form you need to fill. And once you fill this form, you'll be next in line to ring that bell. It's on the website. Anybody can, fill the form, you turn it in, you ring the bell. And here are some of the people who have done the closing bell thing. Look at them. Of course, about corruption, the president said that sometimes people take common stealing as corruption. Yes. The same way sometimes people confuse a shoeless man as president. He also said that there is no more free money for people to steal in Nigeria. No, it's now locked somewhere, double locked. No more free money for people to steal. Now, here is my take away in all this. Even though Jonathan will not make public his asset declaration, his government is very sincere and very honest. I didn't say this. He said it himself. Look.
Yeah.
And we've said, this is one government that has been quite transparent, and we are very, very sincere. And to me, I said that, look, my commitment is total.
Yes, totally sincere. Now, for those of you who say bad things about the president, he has just these words for you. Watch.
Making that kind of a statement is quite unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate.
Wow.
Yeah. Making that kind of statement is quite unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate of you. You will never catch me doing something that despicable. No, anymore, not anymore. I'm gone, I'm done. Before now, I used to think that the worst actor-director team out there in Nollywood is Dr. Damages and Tomato Juice.
And fucking stay away from Facebook and all those other junk sites like Sahara Reporters.
Yes, ma'am.
If I hear that I threaten to resign, I will deny it.
My mouth is zipped. Can I get a hug?
Sure, why not? As long as you behave.
Oh, she's coming! She's coming!
Who?
Oh, patience! Patience! Ruben! Ruben!
You be the first man to move from being the central bank governor to becoming the president.
Amen!
May those who oppose 5,000 naira notes never get to see it in their pockets.
Amen!
Gabra, Gabra, Rabba, Shantaraba, Visa, Pizza, please, Deborah, Stella, Deborah, Kalba, Damba, Abu Dhabi, Abu Dhabi.
Amen, 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 amen.
Stand up.
And then, last week, Nollywood actor Jim Iyke teamed up with TB Joshua for this performance. Watch.
Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name. No! No! Out! No! Out!
Hey, Jim. Look at me. Great acting. You outdone yourself this time. I hope to see you at the Oscars. Okay? We'll watch it. Good job. Now, here are the news making headlines across Nigeria this week. Pastor Orisejefo asked Jonathan to give half of his salary for 1 year to the poor. The president of the Christian Association made the call during a service to mark Nigeria's 53rd Independence Day in Abuja. When the man of God was done, he entered his private jet and flew to Lagos. If it was the time the man used to smoke weed, Igbo, I will understand. But now, I think this is mere hypocrisy. The University of Ilorin classroom to get smart board. Now, that is what I call progress. We are now catching up with primary school children in Singapore and Brazil. But don't we need a smart electricity to power the smart board? Are we not forgetting something? Anyway. Why we killed Aguiyi and installed Gowon, says Jeremiah Useni. Let me take a wild guess. To bring back our lost paradise. Isn't it? Yes. Well done, boys. Well done. June 12th, I gave Abiola 35 million to contest, says IBB. All right, okay. We will write off the 35 million. So where is the rest of the $12 billion Gulf oil windfall? Where is the rest? Dan Abase writes a unique book on Ibrahim Babangida. This is no joke. He did not write the book with a pen. He wrote it with the blood of Delegiwa. Shame on you, Dan. Shame. The White House just published the transcript of Obama's meeting with Jonathan. Now, for Jonathan's remark during the meeting, the transcript says inaudible. I don't blame them. Can you transcribe this? Can you? Watch.
For you to fix Africa, you have to fix Nigeria. And if you don't fix Nigeria, then you must fix Nigeria. Because
Nigeria is broke. Jonathan is running the country aground, says new PDP leader. No, sir. I live in New York City. I saw what the Nigerian delegates displayed here last week. We are not broke. It's just that you're not getting some. It's time for your email.
A love letter. Wadada, love letter. Wadada, hey.
Do we have emails today?
Yes, we do. Every day.
All right. Let's hear them.
Our first email is from Benjamin Success. He writes, "Hello, sir. Though God cares, men instigate such. Can you prefer a permanent solution to lung damage and problems to sickle cell disease? Thank you. God will bless you and reward you, Dr. Damages."
Oh, Benjamin, thank you so much. This is a very important question. You see, sickle cell came about because of malaria. You know, the mosquito bites you and gives you malaria. An African body over many, many years tried to modify and mutate to deal with the parasite, and then that led to sickle cell. The only cure of sickle cell will come when we find the vaccine that will deal with malaria. For those of you who think I'm not a real doctor. Go, next.
Our second email is from Mrs. Ramatu Fulani in Adama State, Nigeria. "Dear Dr. Damages, I watch your episodes every week. The last episode wasn't funny at all. I'm really disappointed in you and your tomato juice or whatever. Here are my reasons. As your regular viewer, I need honest answers. Number 1, did you say you ate from Abati? Number 2, do you care to ask how much was budgeted for each plate of egusi soup eaten by you and your nurse? Number 3, do you know that the presidency might have over budgeted each plate of egusi soup eaten by you and many that were at the hotel? If number 3 is true, then have you not eaten from corrupt money? Now that you have eaten egusi prepared with corrupt money, should we take you serious about your campaign for a corrupt-free Nigeria? Please tell us more and how much corrupt money you received from Abati. Or do you mean to tell me that you only ate from corrupt food and was not given any money?" From my little interaction, he goes on. From my little interaction with Nigerians from different parts of the country, I understand that many do not know the real meaning or definition of corruption. They do not know that corruption takes many forms. They reduce corruption to money only. Until we begin to reject anything given to us by corrupt people, even if it's a glass of water, our country will never change. Finally, I call on Father Matthew Kuka, Pastor Tunde Bakari, and General Buhari. These people know the various forms of corruption, he said, to team up and form the NGO, whose responsibility is to educate grassroots Nigerians, the various faces of corruption.
Wow, what's her name again? What's the name?
Hey, I forgot the name. The email is so long. What? Mrs. Ramatu Fulani.
Oh, Ramatu, I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you. We were even fed by the SSS. We just open our mouth, they will put the food in our mouth.
Put it.
Madam, nah lie. I know eat egusi soup. They don't have egusi soup for the hotel. In fact, should we show them the video of what happened there?
We should show them.
Watch.
Medi fufu. Say it the same way I said it.
Mildew fufu.
No, medi fufu. Medi fufu. Exactly. Oh! It's curd in a soup.
Fufu, cassava, okra soup. Potato, leaf, angelo, fry soup. Fufu, cassava, okra soup. I want this food to be mine.
Anyway, but what's the next email?
Our third email is from Alpha. He writes, "Hello, Dr. Damages. My name is Alpha from London via Sierra Leone. Hey, my brother."
Oh, now your brother.
Now my brother.
Oh, wow.
I just wanted to let you know that I love the show. Continue the good work. Also, I wanted to check whether your beautiful assistant will be in Sierra Leone this December. If yes, I'll see her there. Cola in hand. LOL.
Wow. Alpha, how did you know all these things, that she's traveling and everything?
I don't know.
But I think you're going this the wrong way. If you want to bring cola, you first of all bring cola to me. It's me that will give her permission to travel now, give her vacation time. If I say she's not traveling, you won't see her in Sierra Leone. So talk to my people and then they bring cola to me. Then we can talk. You understand? I hope you got what I'm saying, okay? All right, next.
Our fourth email is from Umar Abdul. He writes, Dear Dr. Damages, first let me say well done and thank you for your program. Honestly, I'm addicted to it. And not only that, I am your whistleblower. Please help me get an answer to this question. In 1983, Bamanja Tako was the governor of Gongola State and is now PDP chairman. General David Mark, who once said telephone is not for a poor man, was a military governor of Niger State in 1984 and is now Senate president. Jonah Jang, the governor of Benue State in 1985, is now the governor of Plateau State. Martin Elechi is over 80 years old, but is still the governor of Ebonyi State. Wow. Where is the hope for the youth as leaders of tomorrow?
Wow.
Tomato Joss, I beg, please help me.
Hey. Uma, you're very smart. I didn't know all these things. But let me tell you. Where were you when Ibrahim Babangida said that the young people have failed? Mm-hmm. They failed to perform. Just so you know, the secretary to the federal government, Pius Anyim, he was Generation X, the people they call Generation X. He was a young man at 30 when he became the Senate president. What did he do? What did he accomplish? He ate and ate and ate and ate. He expanded until he looks this way now. That's it. And that former Speaker of the House of Rep, remember him, Bankole thief. He stole both the bank and the bankers. Let me tell you, relax. The good thing is that those people you mentioned their name, Tuka, Babangida, Obasanjo, Anini, Elechi, Jang, they will all die in 10 years. I don't ask me how I know. I'm not TV Joshua, but they will all die in 10 years. So, but are you ready to take over? Are you? Start thinking about it. They're going. Next.
Our final email is from Justice Anne in the UK. He writes, Dear Doctor, I enjoy your show and admire your skills. Please keep it up. Best regards, Zulu.
Oh, Zulu. Thank you so much for writing. We like people like you who enjoy the show and spread the news about the show. Mm-hmm. And thank you so much. That's all the time we have for emails. Please keep sending your emails to drdamages@gmail.com. Now, here is my concern for today. Whoever you may be, there are two things happening in your life at any point. There is someone you love, there is someone who loves you, and there is someone you love to find someone who will love. If any two of them occur in one person, you are mad. Until next week, I'm Dr. Damages. I diagnose.
You heal yourself.